What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. I am Calais. If you're new here, what is up? Welcome. If you're here before, I've been gone for a long time, so welcome back. I am just here pretty much to do a typical life update of like everything that's been going on in 2020 with as far as like dating life, school life, work life, just life in general, family. And I haven't recorded a video really since I think December, so it's been a long time. And I just missed the hammer, so I am back with an update before I just jump back into the spin of things. So I just have a tiny bit of wine because talking about your feelings is always better with wine, you know. And then I want to actually start off with relationship stuff first because I don't want to get too emotional or like too deep into it as far as everything, so I'm not going to do that last. That's going to be first, and we're going to get that right out of the way. So what has been going on in my life? So as far as 2020 has started, now as of today, as far as I know, I am single. And yeah, I'm not really like ready to mingle. I'm not trying to date or anything like that. I think I'm more so like working on myself. If you see me looking down too, I wrote down my stuff on a notepad so I know and remember everything that I want to say, so I don't skip over nothing. They have to go back through the video and re-record it and stuff like that. And I actually am still currently living with my ex. And that is something in and of itself. Now, there's no like bad blood, and we're not like angry or like mean or anything towards each other. We're actually still friends, I would say, because we do still get along. I do still really care for her, and I know she really cares for me. It's just right now is like a weird time where I don't know. I don't want to say what's going on in her mind, but like personally, I think this is the time really good for self-development. Like, we been together, would have been 4 years on the 12th of March, and it is currently April 12th, I believe. And yeah, so we've been together for like 4 years. Things got a little rough the beginning of last year, I'm not gonna lie. A lot of stuff happened, and it made it hard for us to still be happy like in a relationship with each other, relationship wise. Like I said, we still love each other. We're not angry or have any hard feelings or like going in on each other or anything like that. It's just right now the relationship for us is just not working. So we are not together. We're not working towards being together as far as I know. We're just working on making ourselves happy and, you know, developing our personal lives and seeing if there's anything that's wrong in that aspect that kind of stopped us from being fully happy in our relationship. Because, you know, you can't really love and be happy with somebody else if you don't really love and if you don't really love and are happy with yourself. That makes sense. If you're not really happy with yourself and truly love yourself, it's hard for you to be happy and love someone else and be happy for someone else when you feel all this like anger inside of you or whatever. I know personally for me it's like a lot of stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much it as far as like relationship wise. I don't have one. I don't have one, and I'm working on my relationship with myself pretty much. I do still love my girl. Well, oh God, I do still love her, but we're not working on us, if that makes any sense. And it is difficult like living with your ex-girlfriend or ex-boyfriend, because it's like you can't really act the same as if you were like living with an actual roommate, or if you were like living with a regular person, because you used to have to come home to that person every night, or you know, you had this responsibility to that person because you were in a relationship with that person, where that responsibility isn't there anymore. And I know I catch myself a lot of the times having to remember like, she is not your girlfriend, you need to relax because y'all not together. And it's hard knowing when, or knowing that you're crossing the line of y'all not even in a relationship, calm down. But you know, yeah, I'm working on that. Eventually we are going to get our own place. right now, especially in all this craziness, it's just not feasible for us to do so. So we're kind of working it out as we go. And we have no problem like living with each other right now. It's just, I don't know, maybe she needs her own space, I need my own space. We have a smallish apartment, and yeah, I work a lot anyways. I'm gone like, well, now I'm not, but before I was gone like every day. I'll probably be home maybe 8 days out the month. That's how much I worked, because I wanted to give her her space, and I don't want to feel like I was in her space, as far as, you know, us being single and still living in the same house, even though we live in a house together. It's a lot, I know, but even though I don't fully understand it, we're working through it and we're gonna figure it out. As far as school stuff, I did go back to school. I'm kind of excited. I am going to school for my associates in business management. I am now a scholastic student again. I honestly really miss being in school, because I really like learning. I don't really like doing the work, or like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I don't like homework and tests and stuff like that, but I love getting so much new knowledge into my brain. Something about learning just makes me feel good. When I'm not like in school or I'm not learning something new, I really feel like I'm like getting, not dumber, but like I'm losing information by the second, and I need to learn. Like, I just feel so much better when I'm in school. I'm proud of myself. Like, I'm happy to do it. I'm happy to learn. I'm happy to read and stuff like that. I just don't like doing the homework and the tests and all that stuff. But that is no problem to me, because school is actually not really a issue for me, as far as I don't have to stress about paying for school or paying loans back or things like that, because thank goodness for my union that I am currently in. All my school things, school bills, tuition, everything is free. Like, that in and of itself is pretty amazing. Now, if I were to drop out or something like that, I think what I was reading is I do have to pay it back if I don't finish my actual, if I don't get my actual degree. I do have to pay it back, but I plan on getting my degree, so I don't have to worry about that. So they take care of literally like books, the classes, tuition. They actually give me like Microsoft Office. They take care of all of that. Like, I don't have to pay for Microsoft Word and Outlook and PowerPoint and all that stuff. I've never paid for it anyways, to be honest, but I do think you gotta pay for it, like a yearly subscription or something. I don't have to do that, thank goodness. Like, they take care of everything, so I'm lucky enough to like go back to school for free, learn, get to, you know, better myself at absolutely no cost to me. So I think that's like my biggest plus of like 2020, is being able to do that. And then I am going to school for my associates in business management with the HR focus, and that's pretty much just like my associates in business management, but I'm learning more as far as like hiring a team and knowing how to manage people, and of course I'm going to learn accounting and stuff like that, because that's part of it. But like, I want to learn more stuff as far as like being a leader in business. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I think it's kind of cool being like an HR person, getting to meet so many people and like hiring people and seeing who you hire or who you bring into your staff, seeing how it creates a pretty sweet dynamic like in the business. I don't know why I'm like that, but I really like that for some reason, and that's what I'm going to school for. They actually, you can go to 4 years, but I'm going to try out the 2-year thing, see how I feel, and if I do like it, I'm going to go back and continue my degree, because I don't have anything else to do. You know, I'm like home and work, and that's it. And why not better yourself, you know? This is where it gets crazy. We're gonna talk about work. Now, if you don't know, I'm a flight attendant. I fly for a living. You know, I don't think that you can actually say what's going on YouTube. I haven't watched a lot of videos about it, but I don't think you can say the name without like it getting strikes or something, as far as like not being able to be shown or promoted on YouTube. So everybody knows everything that's going on right now, like the craziness. I'm not gonna say the name of it, but you know, like why we're stuck in the house right now. And yeah, so as far as 2020 has been going, I haven't been working at all pretty much anyways, because I I jacked my schedule up and I have no idea how to bid for vacation, but I did bid for vacation to have it in January and in February, so I have no more vacation for the rest of the year. But it doesn't matter anyway, so I get like 15 days off of work, so that's kind of cool. But or 15 days off each month, where I don't really need vacation anyways. I can just use those 15 days to be off. But yeah, I took my vacation in January and February. So like January I didn't work, and I worked half the month, then half the month I was on vacation. February I worked half the month, and then half the month I was on vacation. March I actually had my first line, which is pretty dope because I was on, if you don't know, I've been on reserve for almost 2 years. Like, it's been crazy. So in March I had my first line. I was hype, and it was like A1 because like I knew when I worked. I knew ahead of time when I worked. I knew how long I worked. I knew like when I would compare what I could prepare for as far as trips. Like, I didn't have to worry about it because because I knew everything like ahead of time. So March I was chilling. Like, I did work quite a bit in March, but that's when everything started to get crazy. And honestly I still got paid for it. Like, I don't know if anybody else, like as far as flight attendants, was trying to do this, but I was picking up trips left and right because I knew that something was going to get canceled somewhere. I knew we stopped flying to like LaGuardia at a certain time, and I knew that Fort Lauderdale to this place was going to be canceled. So like I was picking up trips nonstop. I think my phone's all the way over there and I really don't want to go for it, but I believe that in March I worked maybe 80 hours, got paid for 110. Like, that's how I set my schedule up. Like, at the beginning of the month I had trips already. I already knew I had trips. I worked those. I picked up a Chicago 2-day or whatever, and then at the end of the month I was just picking stuff up left and right because I'm just like, something's gonna get canceled. Even if I have to spend 48 hours in Baltimore, which I did because flights were getting canceled, I was just like, I'm gonna take that. I could use that extra money, and I'm sitting at home. Why not get paid to sit in a hotel? Like, it's the same thing besides you're at home or you're in a hotel. Like, it doesn't make any difference. And then as far as March, it's April, I worked my butt off from the 1st to the 8th, like flying nonstop. The same thing was happening where certain flights were canceled, so like my day was significantly shorter than what it's supposed to be. Like, I was supposed to work, say I was supposed to do like Detroit to Fort Lauderdale to New York back to Fort Lauderdale. Well, all this stuff was going crazy, and people stopped flying as much. They were canceling flights to like certain, like from 4 times a day from Fort Lauderdale to New York to now twice a day. So my flight would be canceled, so I wouldn't have to work it anyways. So it's like I was sitting places. Like, I had 30 hours in New Orleans, which is a hub. I know everybody keep telling me that, but I don't leave the hotel. But yeah, I think I'm gonna have to cut that part out. Anyways, I don't even know where I went with that. But yeah, I was picking up trips left and right, and things were just getting canceled, and I was just sitting having long layovers all over the place. Well, now I am on reserve in April. I haven't worked since the 8th, and like I said, it's the 12th. I'm dying at home. Like, people are already like been home for like a month. I'm not used to being home this much. Like, it's crazy. And it's not that it's worse for me, but it's harder for me because I'm somewhere where when I get home it's a little confusing in this house, and it's a lot, and then I just have to sit in it, and that's why I like to be away too. Like, I don't have to think about things that are going on at home when I'm off in a hotel. It's way easier. But yeah, I'm still getting paid for the days. Like, I've been on reserve for the past 4 days. Tomorrow's my last day of reserve. I haven't worked, but I'm still getting paid for those days. So I'm like, I would much rather work and not fly. Like, they're also offering, I know this is like all over the place at this point. I've been drinking for a minute, so like all my stuff is like with no like structure. I know, but they offer time off to a lot of flight attendants, and I am one of the ones that did not take it. I never wanted to take it from the beginning anyways. I don't think if I tried to, I would even get it. But I didn't want it anyways, because like the way they were offering it, they'll only pay you like half of what you have coming in, and then they will let you take like unemployment, like they wouldn't fight unemployment and stuff like that. I don't understand unemployment in the slightest. I'm not gonna act like I do. So I never wanted to try to do that anyways. Plus I would much rather stay at work, get paid for my full month of work while still having to sit at home. Like, it's the same thing as like you being off, or you getting paid to be off, because you're not going anywhere. Like I said, I haven't flown all month. Our open time is nothing, like empty for the rest of the month, and it's the 12th. So like I really have nothing to worry about, and I'm going to still get paid my full payment. Now the only thing is, I don't get my per diem like if I were to fly and have trips and be gone for a certain amount of days. But I still get that full amount of pay compared to if I were off and get like a certain percentage of what I would get paid than working full time, if that makes sense. I know I'm like all over the place, but I much rather prefer to do that. Now as far as our flight loads have been in the 8 days that I worked this month, I think the most that I've had on a flight was maybe 30 people, and like 13 were flight attendants, like other flight attendants going home or going to other destinations, like connected somewhere, where it was like, why not work? Like, they definitely, all airlines have definitely upped their standard as far as cleaning the aircraft before people get on. So I wasn't so much worried as far as getting sick from like a seat or something like that. And then I also sterilize everything once sanitize, not sterilize. So like once I get wherever I'm flying, if I'm lead, if I'm in a seat, if I'm in the back, whatever I'm doing, I always sanitize my seat, my galley, all the handles I have to touch, the phone, the bathroom doors, the knob on the bathroom. Like I sanitize everything just in case I touch it before anybody else do, because I don't really use the bathrooms anyways, but I still like to sanitize the handles just so people that go in there anyways. But the cleaning crew has gotten a lot better as far as cleaning things, so that is not nothing that I had to be worried about. And then as far as the guests, yes, we still have people flying, but it's nowhere near as many people that fly or flew before. Like I said, like the most people I've had were like 30, and 13 of them were flight attendants, or like regular guest flights were like 7 or 13, or the least I've had was 3. We took 3 people to New Orleans, or we took, I want to say 6 people to Myrtle Beach. Like they're still flying, but it's not that many people. And then the amount of personal protection equipment that they wear theirself is ridiculous. Like people come on with the full mask the full mask, the gloves, they don't touch anything, they have their big old pack of wipes because they want to wipe it down themselves. Like, and I have no problem with that, because then that just shows me that they're just trying to be clean, like we're trying to keep everything clean too. I don't really touch any guests. We don't do service on anybody's face. If they want something, they can ring the bell and we'll go take it to them or whatever. But like, I'm not snacks or beverages, you know, because that's just, it cancels out a lot. I think that we've been doing a really good job as far as like keeping the face-to-face contact, or like talking in each other's face, to a minimum, because of everything that's going on. And I kind of appreciate it, but like I said, I'm not flying anymore, so it's not really a big deal to me as much. If I were to fly, which I highly doubt, I'm not worried about it at all, like in the slightest. Anyways, that is pretty much it. I don't want to make this video like long. It was just like supposed to be like a short update on everything that I had going on this year. So that is pretty much it on everything I got going on. If you're new, once again, thank you so much for joining this video. What is up? Subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys so much for watching, and peace out.